y'all, it's Elisha, and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hoplop. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. And I know many of you are early risers, and you're probably shocked. Like, what's Elisha's video doing up at 6:30 in the morning? It's very unlike me, right? When I'm teaching, it's not unusual that I post a video at 7 a.m. or 6:30. But you guys have come to know me very well. And you know that if I have a video up at 6:30, something's out of whack. And it surely is, y'all. So I went to the doctor yesterday, as I shared with you I was going to be. And unfortunately, not only is the scleritis that I explained to you much worse than I anticipated, my overall flare-up is quite serious. And my health has deteriorated. And that, I think many of you saw it coming. I certainly know Mrs. Stationery and Stuff noticed the weight loss. P has noticed the eye. A lot of my girlfriends on here have noticed that I've consistently dropped weight despite eating junk and drinking milkshakes. And so I don't think any of you are going to be that surprised. And I shared with you openly that I have not taken my immunosuppressants since COVID started. And I did explain briefly that when you have autoimmune disease and you don't take your immunosuppressants, the disease goes amok. But I'll be honest, I was a little surprised by how much damage has been done. So normally when something like this happens, I'm admitted to the hospital for a few days. They treat it for everything all at once, and I go home. But folks, unfortunately here in New York, we still have a lot of active COVID in our hospital system. So there was, my doctor's appointment today was hours long. My poor husband and mother, y'all, because it was hours. Because they had to sort of dial in to the rheumatologist, to a specialist. They found a weird lump at the back of my neck too. It's just like when one thing goes wrong, y'all, everything goes wrong. And they believe it's got to do with my autoimmune. So there's like this weird lump, there's really bad scleritis, there's optic nerve risk. They found a bunch of things wrong. So they had to dial into different specialists to decide, what do we do during COVID? And what everyone decided the safest thing to do would be to have me go to the hospital, but as an outpatient. So that will mean that for starting today until Saturday night, I'm going to be going to the hospital every day and coming home only at night. Now, I don't know what to expect because we've never done it this way before, ever. So again, normally they would just admit me and we would just deal with everything and I go home. But these are not normal days and these are not normal circumstances. So I can't even really predict what's going to happen, so I can share it with you. To my new folks here, I so apologize. This is a very odd video, but I have an obligation to my returning subscribers to explain why I will not be able to read comments, why I will not be able to read emails or respond to emails. I'm not even supposed to text. I'm not supposed to watch videos or TV. Nothing that puts a strain on the optic nerve. Now, I don't fully yet understand what that means because my scleritis has never been this bad before. When I've had severe sclerotic attacks, I do know that my ophthalmology specialist has asked that I don't do any reading for anywhere from 2 to 4 days. But this time it's worse. So until I meet with them today at the hospital, I'm not really going to know what the parameters are. All I know is that every day from now until Saturday night, I'm going to spend the day at the hospital in Manhattan. So it means treating the optic nerve, and treating eye conditions, y'all, kind of makes you feel gross because I'm assuming it's similar to what I've had before. It makes you can't see, you're dizzy, you don't have any balance. And also, those of you with medical conditions, you all get this. Spending all day at a hospital is exhausting anyway. So even if they said on Sunday, oh, you can make a video now, I might be too tired. I don't know yet. So I'm asking for a little patience from you. I would say don't expect that I can answer an email, a text, a comment, or anything until at least Monday. Once I have a better handle on how this is going to work, I'll see if I can share it with you some way. I'll do my best. If they say absolutely no videos, then I have to adhere to that until I can. So I'm hoping that this won't be a hiatus that's longer than a few days. And I'm a pretty tough cookie. And I've had this disease 10 years. Like, I'm a veteran. So I can handle a lot. I don't expect that this is going to take longer than that to sort of deal with. I think what I'm most scared of is going into Manhattan, into a hospital. And that's what's making me nervous. Not what's wrong with me, not the treatment. Again, I'm a veteran. I told you because of Miss Sheila, I've suffered strokes from this illness. I've been paralyzed from this illness. I've had so many things go wrong because of this disease. I'm not scared of what they need to do, and I'm not scared because of what's wrong. What I am nervous about is that I have been so careful with your help, so careful about COVID, and now I have to go into a hospital. So I want to say again, thank you to everybody who sent me a mask, because guess what I learned today, y'all? And for those of you like P, Michelle Bastian, Bonnie, who's going with her sister to the clinic, Scary Carrie, I want to share something with you. I learned today that a 2-mask system is recommended. So my doctors today wore 2 masks. They wore an N95 and a mask over that. Some wore a cloth mask like you all sent me, and some wore a medical mask. And they explained to me that while I'm an outpatient at the hospital, I too must wear 2 masks. It's essential. When I asked why, they explained that, initially they told us this disease was droplet-borne, meaning someone has to cough or sneeze. Now there are reports indicating it has an aerosol component, and that means it's just floating in the air. So the reason they wear 2 masks is the first mask is a barrier, an extra barrier for you, and the second thing is it protects that other mask underneath. We're told that it's okay to rewear our N95s even if we freeze them, my doctor also said you can put it in a Ziploc with a hairdryer. I learned today that's not 100% true. The problem is here in New York, just as it is throughout America, we don't have enough of those other masks to have 20, and they're ridiculously expensive. We just ordered some, and 2 masks are like $50. So you can't afford to have 10. So that's why you need 2 masks, y'all. Those of you going to the doctor, please understand that my doctor was so careful explaining this to me, and she's working on the COVID floor in the hospital. So she really is current on what's going on with this illness. If you're going to a doctor's appointment, Bonnie, if you're going with your sister, make sure both of you are wearing 2 masks. Yes, it makes it tougher to breathe, y'all. It does. And she did tell me that, and we practiced it today because of my lung fibrosis, and it is tougher. It's going to be really hard for me, but it's life-saving, and that's really important. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm always happy if I learn something to share it with all of you so that you're better protected. But getting back to this unfortunate flare-up, I told y'all going off the immunosuppressants would save my life. I'm going to tell you that 2 other patients on my doctor's roster who were on immunosuppressants got COVID. Now they survived. Thank God they survived. But the whole reason why we took me off is my odds of getting it were so much higher, and my chances of recovering were really low. So thank goodness we took me off of it, because that's how I got through this. Thanks to you. Thanks to Sabrina Crafty Mom and Son making me those initial masks, and Deb's Chillin' Bag, and Tammy Green Tea. All of you saved me. And then Kathy sent me, and I'm super grateful to all of you. Because now, you guys couldn't have known that I was going to end up being in the hospital for the next 3 days. But I don't know what I would do without those masks. Because she explained what I'm going to have to do. Now, unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to keep more masks for myself than I thought. Just because I have to be rotating them. So, it's this whole crazy system of switching them out to be safe. But don't worry, I'm not hoarding all of them for myself. It just means that instead of taking 1 for myself, I'm going to have to take 3 because I have to be safe. But thank you all so much, because those masks came right at the right time. I will tell you, I'm not nervous about the treatments. Yes, they're not going to feel good. Yes, they're going to be uncomfortable. I'm sure I'm not going to be happy that I can't text or read or watch TV or your videos. What I am nervous about, y'all, is going into Manhattan. Y'all know I have not done that for 3 months because it's unsafe. And I have to go into a hospital and spend all day there. That's what's making me a little bit nervous. So if you're a well-wisher or a prayer, pray that I have the courage, because that's what I'm going to need to have starting today. I'm going to have the courage to spend all day in a New York hospital, and I'm going to have to do it for 3 days. So let's hope I'm half as tough as Miss Sheila. How about that? Speaking of Miss Sheila, I have a favor to ask to my friends out there, and you know who you are. If you could please, I know I'm not supposed to read any texts, but once a day I'm going to cheat, because I'd like to know the condition of Sabrina's sister and of Sheila, Country Girl First. Could you all just let me know how they're doing? Just send me like a quick text saying Sabrina's sister's the same or better, and Miss Sheila's recovering, or what have you, just so that I am updated, because I will be thinking about them, but I won't be able to look for their videos because of the treatment. Forgive me, sorry. So I'm going to be in the hospital starting today as an outpatient, and what that basically means is I go in for the day and I sleep here at night. And I have to do a whole bunch of protocol, y'all, because of this. I don't think I have enough shampoo in the house for this, because I got to take off my clothes at the front door, not even in the bathroom like I've been doing. I got to put them right away in the laundry. I have to go in, shower, and wash my hair. They're really unsure, folks, how long this illness lives on hair or fabric. That's a heads up to y'all. Like, I normally get unchanged, like from my doctor's appointment, let's say, in the bathroom, and then put the clothes in the laundry. And my doctor's like, at the front door, right in the laundry, straight into the shower. So I think there are things they don't share with us as clearly as they could. So I want to share them with you here. I want y'all to be prepared, especially those of you like Bonnie going to medical centers. I want you to have the most information possible to best protect yourself and your families. I am so sorry. It's so unlike me to not comment. I'm going to miss your videos like crazy. I won't be able to watch any of them or comment, answer emails or text at least until Monday, y'all. So if any of that changes, I will do an update video. If I can do a video, I will. I'll do one if I can. If I can't, you'll just understand. And I apologize because I do have mail that came today. That was the nice part. I came back after many hours of being with doctors to find wonderful happy mail from Chris Wilson, from Lizzie, from Angelica. And unfortunately, I can't open it, y'all, until this sort of 3-day hospital thing is done. And I do apologize for that. But I promise it'll be a gift when I am able to open it, and a real joy too, because it'll be a way to celebrate that I got through this. If you're going to well wish and pray again, just hope that I have the courage to deal with the COVID fear. That's what's actually worrying me the most. You know, I was thinking this morning as I was brewing coffee, girly, this is going to take you putting on your big girl pants, because, you know, I am nervous about going into COVID hospitals, but I don't have a choice. And if Miss Sheila can do it, and Michelle Bastian, and Scary Carrie, well, you know, I just got to put on my big girl pants. I actually made a joke with my doctor. I was like, so while I'm in Manhattan, can I go to Michael's? She was like laughing. The hospital is nowhere near the Michael's, by the way. I told you all I have a terrible Michael's in downtown Manhattan. There is a better one up north, but it's too far. But there is one in downtown Manhattan, and it's not really near the hospital. And she just looked at me like I was insane. And I was like, well, if I'm going into a hospital with COVID, why can't I go into a Michael's? And she just shook her head and laughed. But you never know. Maybe I'll get there. You'll know, because I'll share it with you. I did get in the Barely Art glue, y'all. I did. After I saw how cute it was, I don't know if it's any good. I'll have to let y'all know. You know I'm really picky about my glue. But look how cute the container is. I got the same kit as Cruz, with a little bottle, the big bottle in the shape of the bear, and the, you know, I love these glue tips. So I did get that, and I'll have to let you know once this is over what I think of it. My Helmer's 450 is still closed, y'all. And, you know, if you buy it from the Helmer's directly, it's only like $4 a bottle of glue. But if you buy it on Amazon or somewhere else, well, they want $12. They're not getting $12 from me for that, because I know that Helmer's only charges $4 and change. Talk about a markup, y'all. But Helmer's is still under mandatory closure. I keep writing to them and saying, are you open yet? Are you open yet? But they're not. They're on a longer lockdown than Manhattan. So Thank you all so very much. Many of you did know that I went today, and you noticed I was gone for a long time and you checked in. I can't answer people's texts because one of the problems with what's going on with my nerve is that the reason I'm going into the hospital is the optic nerve, y'all, is very close to the brain. And you know I'm susceptible to strokes. I could lose vision, God forbid. There are a number of serious consequences. The optic nerve and the relationship between that and your brain is very closely connected. So I can't put any strain on my eye right now. So no texting, no emailing, no commenting. So just forgive me. I will catch up. And happy birthday, Linda. I'm so glad you had a great flamingo birthday. I hope it becomes a whole birthday month. And to everyone else, just bear with me as I get through this mini health crisis. And yeah, keep me in your thoughts. Hope your girl has a lot of courage to deal with this whole COVID fear thing. And I'll be back on when I can, y'all. I'll be back on when I can. Until then, I want you to take really good care of yourselves, okay? Take real good care and do lots of happy crafting. Bye for now.